Hey guys, it's Ashley with 3R Sales and Service. Today we're taking a look at the 7x12 tandem axle trailer that we have as a ready-made system in our showroom. So this unit is available for sale, and it's something that if you're in a big hurry or if it's just exactly what you need, you can pick it up even the same day or following business day. It's equipped with a 3,500 PSI, 8 gallon a minute hot water pressure washer, a 325 gallon tank, and the 2 cox reels there at the end. So as you move in closer, we'll go over the hot water system up front. So like I said, 3,500 PSI, 8 gallon per minute. It has the Honda GX 690 engine. It's got a 12 volt burner system, and it comes with the Group 24 battery box. So the nice thing about using a Group 24 battery, it's going to hold that charge for a longer period of time. That way, if this unit has to sit for a little bit, you're not going to lose the charge in your battery between jobs. It also has much larger fuel tanks. It's got 15 gallon diesel fuel tanks for the burner and then gasoline fuel tank for the engine. The burner system is powered by this on-off switch here. So in order to operate this unit, you'd do key start to turn on the engine, and then you'd flip this switch here to turn on your burner. So whenever you turn that burner off, you can use this as a cold water system, turn that switch on, and use it as a hot water system. And it does have temperature control as well. And then all your nozzles are very easily accessed. We have the T-Series general pump on this pressure washer. We always have our pumps equipped with the primer valve. That way we can go ahead and just prime up this system, get all the air out of the water line, prime the pump, so it's a much easier startup, and it's a lot less likely to damage your pump whenever you're starting your system. We'll go ahead and move around the other side to get a better look at everything. So I mentioned that it has a 325 gallon water tank. At the top of the water tank, you'll see the fill hose that comes from the hose reel that's just to the other side of me. Underneath that fill hose has a float valve. So once the water level reaches up to that float valve, it's going to shut off your water supply. And then as soon as you start to deplete that, it'll start filling again. We have a 2-inch tank drain coming off the bottom, controlled with this valve right here. And that just gives you the ability to drain this tank very quickly so that you don't have to transport water if you don't need to. It's hard to see from where you're at, but we do have a T-strainer on that inlet line. So we have our garden hose here that feeds the water into the tank, and we have a filter before it goes into the tank just to make sure that there's no debris from the spigot that you're using or whatnot. It just keeps all of that stuff out of your tank. The 2 hose reels, these are the cox reel hose reels. They're both 12-inch barrels, so this can hold up to 300 feet of the 3/8 hose. We have 100 feet on here to start, and then we have 100 foot of the 3/4 inch garden hose at the bottom. We use the stack bracket kit to stack those on top of each other. Saves a lot of space on the trailer. To the side, we have our soap injector. So we don't have any particular soap tanks on here. They can always be added if you need them, but it does give you the ability to just drop right down into whatever bucket of solution that you want to be able to draw through the pressure washer system and apply at low pressure. We'll kind of move around to the other side. The nice thing about this size trailer is not only does it give you the capacity to carry a large tank and a hot water unit, but you have some extra space at the rear. So a lot of times if somebody needs a hot water system, they're in a hurry to get something built and they can't quite wait the lead time. Sometimes we get into that 4 or 5 week lead time when we get really busy. This is a perfect opportunity to drop in a soft wash system really quick. We have wastewater systems that we can put back here as well, or even just to put a toolbox or surface cleaner. There's lots of extra room on here for storage if you need it. The cool bypass line for the pressure washer is located here. What that cool bypass line does is it protects your pump from overheating while your system is on. So when you're pulling the trigger, your water's coming out of your wand. As soon as you let go of that trigger, it's going to cycle back at the pump. So we take that line, we connect it to the tank, and we allow it to recirculate using the fresh, cool water in your tank to keep that pump from overheating. So you can basically be off the trigger for just about an infinite amount of time as long as you have plenty of water in your tank. And then down here at the bottom we have our T-strainer, another filter that goes to the pressure washer system. So that's any water coming from the tank to the pressure washer gets filtered again just to make sure that any debris that did make it in there or if you choose to fill without using your inlet hose, it gets everything out before it makes it to the pressure washer. And one thing we make sure we always do is we put a ball valve right before that tea strainer, so that if your tank is completely full and you feel like you're getting a low water supply, you can turn off that ball valve, cut off the water supply from the pressure, or from the tank, making sure your pressure washer is not running. And then just unscrew the tea strainer, clean it out, put it all back together, and then open that ball valve back up and you're back to work. You don't have to drain your tank, you don't have to get covered in water while you're trying to clean it out. It's a much easier process. And then we're right back up here at the front. So if you have any questions on this system, we'll have more details on the website, 3rpressurewashers.com. You can go into our ready-made trailer section. That'll show you all the units that we have available on our floor at this time. Or you can feel free to give us a call and we'll go over any questions that you have. Thanks.